Back in the building. We back in the building. I know y'all wondering, damn, Smoke, you right back with it, huh? Yeah, we back with it, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the thumbs up, the like button. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. It ain't gonna cost you. The like button is absolutely free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Don't know what you're waiting on, to be honest. But yeah, and I'm gonna continue with it. I'm gonna continue talking about this King Von. First off, happy birthday. I meant to say that in my last video. I dropped a couple hours ago. I said that kind of late in the video. So all due respect. Rest in peace to King Von. Condolences to his family. Happy birthday to King Von. He would have been 31 years old today. So happy birthday to King Von, man. And rest in peace to that king over there. Definitely up there looking down. And my condolences to his family and his kids and all that. But his uncle, his father's best friend, is, he's still, on these platforms still talking, which he's, I guess, as he should. And a lot of people in this question, a lot of people saying, they're like, yo, they ain't pay his money to keep him hush hush. That's why the guilty conscience is killing him. So remember in my last video that I did a couple hours ago. Shout out to Trenches News once again. Go subscribe if y'all want that dope content from Chicago, because he's definitely gonna give it to y'all. Shout out to Trenches News over there. But then I told y'all in my last video that he did a live interview with Trenches yesterday. And he jumped on the platform, showing his face, not hiding behind the mic, doing none of that. And that's the video we're gonna actually go over, because he ain't changing the story, but he's adding a little bit of extra spice to the story that he wasn't giving it to the other platforms. So we're gonna go over this. And one thing I want y'all to be the judge on this, because can this hurt Little Durk? Can Little Durk end up getting an elbow, end up getting life because of what OTF Vonni dad is saying? But according to him, what he told Trenches News, he said they already sat down with the federales. And he said he told him what he telling us. He told him, all right, they got him up out of there, whatever. Got him about the office. We'll speak to you another time. So why is this man continue doing this? We got to continue talking about this, because he's trying to bring something to the light that was in the dark for several years. A lot of people had this King Von conspiracy shit in the dark. He's trying to bring it to the light, obviously, and he's bringing his religion right behind him. So all due to his religion, that's holding him down. He's what he's telling us, and he's saying if anything allegedly happened to him, so be it. But he said he's going to speak the truth and let the truth be out there and let it be known. We got to talk about this. We got to go over this live interview he did with Trenches News. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. And let's get this show started, because this is bugged out. This shit is spooky, man. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. It ain't gonna cost you none of that. Subscribe to the channel if you have. You don't know what you're waiting on, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest, smash that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping my videos. Shout out to Smoke Gang. Shout out to Team Smoke that been supporting the channel with the membership. Make sure you try to grab yours. Shout out to everybody that been supporting the channel and subscribing to the channel since day one, and continue to do it. Let's get this show let's get this copyright out the way, because we're gonna be here for a while. So y'all might as well buckle up, light one up. Happy birthday to King Von, man. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for absolutely educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. So we're gonna get straight to it. I told y'all with the Mona Lisa clip that I played that she's a rapper from California. Pardon me, from Chicago. On my last video that just dropped a few hours ago, she's stamping on what OTF Vonni dad is saying. Let's continue. Let's get this show started, man, because we got a lot to talk about, and we got to go over this interview he did with Trenches News. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Let's get this show started, man. Y'all already know the vibes. Rest in peace, King Von, once again.
Gonna be found guilty after OTF Vonni daddy alleges he was with OTF Vonni when he dropped off the money to the killers in the Lil Pap hit. So if he implicating himself, he's obviously working with federal prosecutors. That's one. Two, When federal prosecutors said Lil Durk was threatening the family of cooperators, they was talking about Big Vonni. So now everybody know Lil Vonni is a rat. He taking a stand. He trying to cooperate against Diddy and everybody else. And it makes sense because Vonni was the one caught with the most evidence and he has the most to lose. Everybody else could get a little 20, a little 15, but Vonni, he gonna be under the jail if he don't cooperate. So he been working on this since November. The coolest part about it all is the feds have proof that Lil Durk has threatened Big Vonni and Lil Vonni, so they gonna show all this in trial. According to the feds, if they don't keep Big Vonni and Lil Vonni safe, Lil Durk gonna get their stupid ass knocked off. This is OTF Vonni's daddy, the schoolboy, the good boy. This his daddy letting everything be known. You know why? Because Durk and them people over there threatening him. And y'all could look for Big Durk to be indicted too, because after Big Vonni claimed Big Durk put threats on his life, yeah, it's over for everybody connected to OTF. Lil Durk gonna be...
He could get that man life, man. With OTF Vonni testifying, with his dad over here working with the feds and said that he'll take the stand on whoever trial is it. If it's my son trial, nigga, I'll take the goddamn stand. If it's Lil Durk trial, nigga, I'll take the stand. It's according to OTF Vonni dad. We're gonna get to that. He done said it in a couple other platforms. Now the platform we're gonna get to in a few is Trench's News. And he spoke, know what I mean? He wasn't holding nothing back, man. He even talked about Kayla B, King Von's sister, saying that she ain't really got nothing to do with it. She was just a bait. If anybody know who Kayla B is, King Von's sister, know what I mean? We're gonna get, know what I mean? Go do your research. I know who she is. They was trying to say she glued in this conspiracy theory thing that's going on with King Von and his unalive a couple years ago. But according to OTF Vonni dad, he said that nah, they just used her as a bait. Just like they used me as a bait, but I knew what was going on. And I put it together. And with the mistake they did, they didn't feed me to keep my mouth shut. He's doing this off his religion. When we get to the goddamn interview he did with Church's News, everything he's doing now, he's saying it ain't got nothing to do with money. He's saying this shit got to do with what's right and what's wrong, and I'm doing this shit off the religion, off my religion, what I believe in. It's according to OTF Vonni dad. Let's continue with these last two clips, and then we're going to get to the interview, man, because I'm telling you, this shit is getting spooky out here, man.
Let me tell you now, this Lil Durk situation is getting worse and worse by the days. And if y'all haven't heard yet, it's some breaking news surrounding this situation. And y'all know me, I gotta tell you. Now, as for the news, it's about this dude right here, OTF Vonni. You know the one who the feds is saying is the key orchestrator in the Lil Pab hit? Yeah, him. Well, earlier today, if y'all haven't heard or seen yet, a recording leaked of his dad on a phone call with a female, admitting to the fact that the rumors about OTF Vonni cooperating might be true. I mean, just hear it for yourself, bruh.
The text message was like from November, right? Mm-hmm. So did he decide to take her advice, or you don't know?
No, he ain't taking my advice. He ain't responding no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on the jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't responding nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by Trench's paint. Okay.
What you mean, Trench's what?
Was it you that said that with the whole narrative about Vonni snitching with the text messages? Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages were about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, man, what, you gonna tell on some murders online?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell no murders online. You gonna tell that just like you orchestrated Lil Pab murder, you orchestrated this murder, and guess who you work for?
Boy, I'm telling you.
Let's continue. Now, I'm telling y'all, Vonni didn't tell his dad that he going, I'm a snitch, I'm going to take the stand. But we already got word that he is. Allegedly. And everything I speak on is alleged. We already got word that the OTF Vonni supposed to be taking a stand. He going to speak on. But see, the King Von thing comes along in this because his dad brung this shit up. And his dad brung it up on the text that I guess he was sending to him, whatever, through the tablets. You know, them niggas got tablets, phones. They got all types of shit in prison nowadays. That shit happened a couple of days ago when the text message went all crazy when, Vonni and he was texting his dad, or he was texting somebody else, whatever. He the one that brought up the King Von situation. If you tell him what happened to King Von, you'll definitely get up out that situation, according to OTF Vonni dad. He's trying to save his son, save himself, and he feel bad. That's his little nephew. Watched that nigga from day one, all this type of shit. Grew up in Chicago, this and that. But he didn't raise Vonni. Vonni got sent to Georgia. While the other boys, meaning his brothers from OTF Vonnie dad, they know King Von, not Vonnie. He didn't get to know Von until later on in life, nigga, a couple years ago, right before Von passed away. So if you're gonna orchestrate, I mean, if you're gonna plan, pardon me, if you're gonna plan something and and you didn't grow up with that person, there's a lot of millions involved. Who's we to say that OTF Vonnie wasn't involved in this, plus somebody else? Because we gotta remember who owned his royalties, who owned his shares. That shit is a big thing in this King Von situation. A lot of majority of his money is going to who owned the royalties that we heard from 100K track. Lil Durk owned that. I'm not making this shit up. We could play the video again after I'm done with this one. He owned the goddamn royalties and certain shares of King Von. And King Von was in signed with OTF. That's the bugged out situation about this shit. Let's continue with that clip though.
OTF Vonnie decide to roll over on Durk, bruh, it's all bad for Durk, bruh. He gonna be getting the elbow, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I feel like if he do decide to roll over on Durk, bruh, I feel like the feds ain't gonna need nobody else besides him. Because like I said, the feds accuse him of being the top orchestrator in the Lil Pab hit. And by him alone being the top orchestrator in this case who put the whole plan together, he will be more than enough for the feds as a cooperator to bag Lil Durk, bruh. Man, this shit getting real scary for Lil Durk, bruh. And let me tell you this. You know why I believe the rumors that OTF Vonnie is really about to throw Lil Durk under the bus or have been working with the feds in this case? Because one of Lil Durk's OTF members by the name of Nut posted this picture last week on this IG with a rat emoji over Lil Vonnie. And do y'all want to know his reasons behind calling OTF Vonnie a rat? He is not in the custody of the feds at all if you look up his name. But Lil Durk is. Why is that? Like for real, y'all, the rumors might be true about him, bro, because we already know a while back it was reported that he checked into protective custody. I want to know why. Most people who know they gonna stay silent is never gonna do that, bruh. That's an embarrassment. Boy, let me...
That's true. OTF Nut, he's not locked up. So who he getting the information from to put the rat emoji on OTF Vonnie last week? He had to get that information from the inside, either somebody involved in the case. One of the OTF members, Lil Durk, somebody had to get OTF Nut that information for him to post that shit on the story, and the shit went viral. And then that shit triggered. Once again, let me pedal back a little bit. I sit back and wait. That shit triggered OTF Vonnie dad for him to come out and talk about this King Von of being unalive in Georgia. And the theory and the conspiracy and the allegations and everything that was involved of him getting unalive that night. The shit looked at spooky. Shit looked at kind of like, I don't know. It didn't look right. It looked like it was a setup allegedly. Nigga just arrived there when these niggas hitting his ops are there too. Little Tim looking down on his phone when, man, listen, I broke that shit down on the other videos. Go check that out. But see, the thing is, man, is OTF Vonnie dad really speaking the truth about this shit, though? And what do we understand if you once you come out and say some shit like this, there's got to be money involved, bringing too much chaos to the label, got to get rid of you somehow, some way. About to bring the empire down, meaning OTF, Lil King Von being a problem in the outside world. They robbing them, and I mean all in the cut. And the King Von really don't know his paperwork. He getting robbed and shit. Everything comes to the light. King Von would have flipped out and end up knocking off all them niggas. I sit back and wait. That nigga would have flipped out on all them niggas if he would have found out later on that he got robbed for all the millions allegedly, and he's around the same niggas that's robbing them. Man, you know how much King Von would have flipped out on them niggas? I sit back and wait on that. They couldn't take that sacrifice. They couldn't take that chance for him to find out what they was doing to him, allegedly robbing him behind his back with all the millions that he didn't know about. 100K track, Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie. Come on, man. And let me remind y'all again who owned King Von royalties, who own his shares. That shit is a big part of this goddamn story. Let me remind y'all again. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Went over there and told Von.
Von never actually signed to Durk.
I mean, all right, so that story kind of got taken all over the place. When I say he never signed a Durk, like that's being said, it's like Durk wasn't on some shit like, yo, bro, you got to sign this right here, right now, or we ain't doing business. Like, it wasn't on some lame shit like that. It was like, bro, you my brother, like, do what you got to do. You don't got to sign to me, like, directly. But as far as like we agreed mutually, like of course he's involved with Von, like he gets his share, he get his royalties and shit like that. So Durk makes money off Von, but no, he wasn't physically like signed to him. But that show you how honorable this shit is. It's like he still stood on business even after he passed away. We all stood on business.
It just feels like if he were to be getting royalty checks, that he would kind of have to be signed to Durk. Otherwise,
no, you assign your royalties.
That boy didn't know his paperwork. That's how Durk got his royalties. I don't care what nobody said. He ain't get his paperwork, bro. Then you get pulled over at the goddamn airport 10 days before you get unalive on King Von in the airport. Remember I played that clip on my last videos? The two, not the video today, the video before that. Remember I played that? There's just a lot of strange shit was going on before he got unalive. But let's get to OTF Vonni dad talking to Trenches News. And we're going to react about this too, because people think that he's lying because he didn't get the money, but then he explained, if I know something, now this is according to OTF Vonni dad, he's saying that if I know something that's going on, something that happened, don't you want to hush that person up and hush everybody up to make sure that word don't get out there? Well, that's where we at right now with OTF Vonni dad. They violated the code. They didn't play the code right. They didn't even give me no money. They didn't give me shit. He's like, man, at the end of the day, then you put a rat emoji on my son? Nah, I'm going to spill the whole beans out. And some people look at it like, oh, he just doing it for money. But how y'all know that shit wasn't killing him in his heart every day in his house? And then the religion that he believed in. And then he's best friends with King Von dad back in the days, in their heydays when they was running around in Chicago. Then he was running around with King Von also before he got unalive. Let's not forget about that. King Von put a lot of trust on that man. That's how he got introduced to OTF Vonni, little waffle ass. That's how he got introduced to that nigga all the way down in Georgia. Come on, man. If you wasn't raised with somebody, how the hell are you gonna care about that person if you controlling the millions? You controlling his money, and you think some people they grow a bond, they get together, know what I mean? But man, Von was a problem. King Von was a problem, man. And them niggas can't handle that shit because he stand on morals. He stand on principles. He was too loyal. That was the issue. And them niggas ain't know how. They ain't know about loyalty and all that. And plus, they didn't care about Von, man. Let's be straight here. Let's be straight here, man. The chick Mona Lisa told y'all, man, they ain't start really getting tight with Von until he got out of jail, man. Because they knew he had a story to tell. They know they could make millions out that nigga. I played that in my video a couple hours ago. Let's get the OTF Vonni dad though. Speaking of Trenches News though, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video, man. Rest in peace to King Von. Happy birthday to him too. Condolences to the family.
Von, he didn't want to expose nobody, but he was going to trial. But guess what? He didn't know he wasn't gonna make it to trial. And once he wasn't gonna make it to trial, then it ain't gonna never come out. And like I said, I got text messages letting me know and letting the world know who told on Von, because I was in contact with the lawyers. I mean, it's what it is. So you want to put a rat emoji on somebody, put that rat emoji on Lil Durk. That's just bottom line.
Hold on. Your son, how did your son get on the account?
He put them on the accounts. He put them on the accounts due to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is what he did. He put them on the accounts due to me, and that's just what it is. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, he put them on the accounts due to me. So therefore, he owned all the accounts, but he taking all the money out the account, putting the money in a safe deposit box. But guess what? Von don't know he finna get killed. And now you're gonna be able to go to the safe deposit box and clean all the money out without Von. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's simple. We got this established motive. Money is motive, toll is motive. You know what I mean? The world found out that this dude told on this dude before he died, Who doesn't want their best friend to tell on them after they die so that they don't have to go to jail? You would be a fool. I'm not a friend. If you my co-defendant and I die and I don't want you to tell on me, what type of friend am I? So forget all them other people talking about he shouldn't have told because dude dead. Now what y'all don't know is he told before he died. Von's personal security guard didn't even shoot his gun. Muwap was constantly telling Von's personal security guard, shoot him, kill him, shoot him, because nobody had a gun.
Whoa, this shit get better and better, man. Shout out to Trenches News once again for the interview, because we ain't done. Make sure y'all go over there, hit that subscribe button if y'all want that Chicago content, because that boy on fire over there. He been on fire for a while, for a long time. But anyway, whoa. Then I tell y'all, and other bloggers also throughout the years, make sure, hold on, man, before we continue, smash my like button on this channel. Smash the like button. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings, it ain't gonna cost you. And share the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Then I tell you over the years that they had a video of Lil Durk dumping out the window off that Georgia case that he had with King Von. Now, listen, I agree with him on the part that if my homeboy passed away, not the way he passed away, though, King Von, he got set up allegedly, and everything I speak goes alleged, the way he got, oh, I mean, they planned it away, not that way now. But if my man passed away on some, nah, man, you know, some other type shit, some street shit or anything like that, that I mean, there was some ops or something like that, and I was involved in that case, and my man tell me like, yo, anything happened between me and you, and I mean, put that shit on me, homie. So you won't get caught up in the jam. I mean, what the hell they gonna do, nigga? I'm in the sky, nigga. They ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. That part, I sit back and wait. So I agree with them on that. We going on a mission, nigga, and one of us, and we already got to understand it, nigga. One of us in here, nigga, put that shit on me because I'm dead already. I'm unalive already. What I'm trying to say. So I agree with him on that. Because some people are like, yo, you rat on the dead and this and nigga, what the fuck you want me to do, nigga? That's my man. What you gonna do? Come, you want me to spend 50, 60 years of my life and my man is unalive off of a shootout that we did out there in them streets. But he ended up getting hit, nigga, and I mean, I'm still alive, though. And they trying to hit me with 3 goddamn murders? What? You don't think your best friend, and I'm speaking to y'all niggas out there because I don't consider that rat, and I'm being honest. Y'all don't get you telling me your best friend that's unalive don't want you to get out that damn situation that's doing 50 years and you can put the blame on him that he's not even here no more? What they gonna take the ghost nigga and put him in jail for 50 years, nigga? Come on, y'all niggas gotta wake up, B. Oh, let me take a spirit and put him in a spirit jail for 50, 60 years for killing people. Oh, that's what they do nowadays, right? Cut it out, man. Let's cut the shenanigans out. If you and your man had an understanding before y'all went on a mission, and y'all gotta understand if one of us be unalive, nigga, put that shit on me, nigga. I don't want to see you in jail for the rest of your life and your kids can't see you, champ. Those are my little nieces and nephews, nigga. That part. We talking street now. So I agree with him on that. I'm glad he told people like, okay, if King Von ain't pass away like that though. But see, the thing that OTF Vonnie dad is saying, oh no. Let me break the news to y'all niggas in the whole world. Dirk already ratted before they got that nigga unalive, King Von, off that Georgia case. We all go back to that video, the infamous video with Dirk and King Von in the court, and King Von give him that crazy ass look, like, yo, what's going on? We all seen that infamous video, and from that day on, they had a separation. They couldn't be around each other. Remember, Dirk came home. This nigga ended up, I mean, belling out. They couldn't be around each other. That was against the probation. I mean, the ankle monitor that them two couldn't be around each other. Right after that infamous video when they was in the court and King Von looked at Dirk like he was crazy. And we don't know what was in King Von mind that day. But according to OTF Vonnie dad, he's saying that nigga already snitched around that time in that court video. That he was putting everything on King Von. Next thing you know, King Von get unalive. Next thing you know, they dropped the case. Lil Durk beat the case in Georgia, which they got a video clearly what the officers said on the stand. Yeah, we got a clear video that we see Mr. Banks' hand is hanging out the video, and he's dumping out, he's shooting. What? What happened to that video? All of a sudden, come on, man. So if it is true, the picture I'm trying to paint for y'all that he did rat on King Von before King Von got unalive, You think the Lil Durk wanted King Von to find that shit out? Man, King Von would have exposed Lil Durk if he would have found out that Lil Durk rat on him off that Georgia case. Allegedly. If it's true. This is spooky, bro. And what would you do? Oh man, I can't let this nigga find out that I rat on him, man. I gotta do something, man. You gotta come up with a plan. You killed two birds in one. You allegedly get King Von out of here so he can't talk about the case and he can't speak that you ratted on him allegedly, according to OTF Vonnie dad, before he got unalived, that you already put a statement out on King Von, trying to put everything on him basically. But you didn't want King Von to find out, allegedly. And then the money is the money thing in the back end, the royalties, the shares. You worth more when you out of here. So all that shit makes sense. You killed two birds in one. Make sure that boy don't come out. Make sure before he get his hands on that paperwork, nigga. I gotta get him out of here. He can't expose me and say that I ratted on his case, on a Georgia case, meaning Little Durk. So you killed two birds in one. Oh, I own his royalties and shares, nigga, and he breaking too much chaos, and I'm cased up with this nigga. I told this nigga to calm down. Nah, I gotta get him out of here. Allegedly, I gotta do something. Something gotta give. It's either me or that nigga. I didn't grow up with the nigga, meaning Little Durk and King Von. Everything was a plan from day one. Allegedly. Let's continue with OTF Vonnie dad though, man. Let's continue because we got to go through this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video.
Muwap was steady telling him, shoot him, kill him, kill him.
Now let me refresh your mind. At the end, he said that at the scene when King Von was getting unalive, when he got shot by Lil Tim allegedly, whatever. Because the people still feel like it was more other goddamn guns out there on Quando side. But anyway, he's saying that Muwap told King Von security to dump out at Lil Tim, to dump out the niggas that's dumping out at us. He's about to explain these niggas they ain't even shoot. Nobody else got hit but Little Tim. And they, according to the air, according to the algorithm, according to the narrative, they saying that Slutty, old block Slutty, man, him rest in peace. They saying he the one that banged up Little Tim when he got hit in his leg, whatever. Not the security. Allegedly, I don't know. Let's get to it though. Smash that like button.
Muwap was steady telling him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him. And you can hear it in the videos that just came out that this is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. I mean, so at that point, everybody was in on this, man. You know what I mean? Everybody was in on it. That's just what it was, and it was his time to go. That's just it. It was his time to go, and it ain't nothing we can do about it. And the pen has been lifted. The pen has been lifted. The pages is dry. You know, so it's what it is. That's all we can do.
All right,
You know, but ain't
okay.
nobody
So
gonna
everybody
can't
definitely
put
want to know
long live King Von and free
for
Dirk in
sure.
the same sentence because that's an oxymoron. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. So when like I let the people know when it's a loss of life, you got to pick a side, and this is just what it is. And all the Muslims, my heart is beautiful. And if any Muslim got something bad to say about me, they hating and they don't like me. This is just bottom line. All the Muslims knew about this way before it got to the internet because technically this is wrong with me exposing my brother's faults. Abdul Haq, Big Dirk, who taught me Arabic, who was teaching me Deen, who knows way more Islam than me, who I look to as a big brother and someone that I could learn from, a person who I sent money to in jail, a person to whom I gave D-Thang my vehicle so they can go down there and see him numerous of times, give him my vehicle, constantly sending him money, even when picked him up from the halfway house in Springfield. I did. And for me not to be able to have a conversation with me, you, and your son and my son across from the table together so we can fix this because no one is perfect. I probably would have.
He mad at Big Dirk too. That Big Dirk, Little Dirk father. That shit is nasty, y'all. Let's continue though. Let's continue with the clip, man.
Those somebody at 22 years old and I got $4 million in my pocket and I don't know the person and we ain't grew up together. How easy is that? Especially if you grew up in Snake, Atlanta, you ain't grew up in Chicago. My son would have never been in the position that he was in if it wasn't for me.
You heard that. He grew up in Georgia. He grew up with some snakes down. He tried to say, nigga, he ain't had no morals. He ain't stand on nothing because he ain't grow up with the niggas like I grew up with in Chicago. A lot of backdoor be going on, but it's a lot of niggas that stand on business. And he said, if I would have raised my son on that, it would have been different. Him and King Von would have had a closer relationship. So how easy it is. Let me explain to you how easy it is to take money out of somebody you just met on the strength of your father, but he really don't know how slimy your ass is. King Von don't really know how slimy on OTF Vonni is. So how easy it is just to do that. You ain't gonna have no feelings towards that nigga none because you never grew up with that nigga. You don't care about that nigga. You got more feelings towards the superstar as far as on Little Durk probably because y'all gotta understand we don't know what type of relationship King Von and OTF Vonni really had in the back end. We don't know if King Von really trusted OTF Vonni with everything. Or probably he did in the beginning, like his father said, and probably started having second thoughts later on before he got unalive. Started peeping the slime ball shit that was going on in the back end before he got unalive, meaning King Von. He probably started peeping shit late. This is nasty work, man. This is spooky, man. Shout out to Church's News once again, man. Let's continue, though.
Though somebody at 22 years old and I got $4 million in my pocket and I don't know the person and we ain't grew up together. How easy is that? Especially if you grew up in Snake, Atlanta, you ain't grew up in Chicago. My son would have never been in the position that he was in if it wasn't for me. How could you take all these millions and it only benefits you and your mama? Yeah, you don't never confess your sins to nobody. Furthermore, how could you take me? But like I said before on all the other stations that I've been talking, you took me with you because you know I wasn't gonna let nothing happen to you if they decided to backdoor you and take the money and whatever the case may be. That's why you took me with you. You know what I mean? But once you knew I knew everything and this, that, and the other, you go through somebody else. You ain't got to make sure I'm good, but you got that much hate in your heart, or you let your mama poison you that much against me, or whereas I don't deserve nothing. You don't never got to tell me what you did. You know I know what you did because I let you know what it is, but you still deny it. But guess what? You done went and hit one of our cousins. Hey, shoot that to Pops and tell him it's a loan. Woo, woo. I know he ain't going to pay you back, woo, woo, but shoot that to Pops. You know what I mean? Because he fucked up right now. You know what I mean? So that'll be able to keep my mind off of it because I'm keeping busy. You ain't got no money. You can't keep busy. I'm take care of Von's daughter, make sure she good. Everything, everything. So, but like I said, Von won. So at the end of the day, it's really my feelings that's hurt and this, that, and other. Because if it's solely about Von, he won. And like I said before, there's not a Muslim in the world that's not gonna tell you he didn't win. And people talking about he killing this, that, and other, he didn't kill no more after he became a Muslim. This is a fact. He became a Muslim August 6th. This is when he became a Muslim. So anything between that, anything behind that, he clean. His slate is clean. So God forgive everything. And as I said before, Quando Rondo, he's my brother. He wasn't Muslim at the time. He took his shahada. I forgive him because I want to be forgiven. And if Allah forgive people, I'm not going to forgive them.
Woo! See, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Do me that favor. Smash the like button. Do me that favor. Smash the like button. Yo, I was kind of confused on that part when he said, if they would have gave me the money, nah, man, I would have never had said no this and that. But he said he already knew what happened. So when he's trying to say, see, that was a little 52 fake out for you to catch and try to had me confused. He's trying to say if they would have just fed me, and I already kind of peeped what was going on, but at that moment I ain't really glued everything. And they would have just fed me. My mind would have just been off the money. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand when you get fed that money just to keep you shut up, if you even got a clue what's going on, that's distracting you. You living a life, you doing what you gotta do, whatever. I mean, it's distracting you. It's not making you really believe that King Von got backdoor, that your nephew got backdoor, because the money is distracting you. That's what he's trying to explain here. So I was kind of confused on that. I'm like, hold up, this nigga really doing all this because they didn't give him his half. Nah, what he's trying to say is if they would have gave him his half and fed like they fed a couple other people to keep them hush hush allegedly, he would have never came out the blue like this because the money would have distracted him. He probably, when I mean, don't get it twisted. It probably would have blinged into this mind later on in life, whatever, and be like, you know what, I got to do the right thing. I got this feeling about this, but they didn't feed him. They left that nigga in the dust. And he's like, hold up, my son did this, my son did that. I went to him to go drop the money off to little Tim. Hold up, I know what the hell's going on here. And they still didn't give him this money to keep his mouth shut. And some people gonna be like, well, he only did it for the money. Who's would have say if they would have did give him the money, and if he knew everything, who's would have say that he ain't later on would have said something, a guilty conscience would have killed him because that's his homeboy nephew. Who's would have say he wanted that wouldn't happen. That guilt gonna kill you. I don't care how much goddamn money you got. That guilt gonna kill you after a while. The way you got that money, and you know the way you know how you received that money was very foul. It was some slime ball shit. Yeah, it's gonna get you. So who's we to say that shouldn't went and got him if he would have received a little bit of money or the money or some hush hush money? That nigga would have came out later on and said this shit. I believe he would have. So that's what I meant when he said they didn't distract him with the money. They just kept him in the dust and thought that he didn't put shit together and kind of figure shit out. It was already in the air in Chicago, the rumor, when the shit happened to King Von. You think that nigga wasn't gonna put the puzzle together and figure that shit out on his own? And obviously he did. Let's continue with the interview though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, because this shit is nasty work, man.
Anybody over there in O Block got something bad to say about me? I guarantee you they better watching. Anybody in O Block got something bad to say about me? Know this, they on the other side. This is a fact. This is a fact. There's no gray area to it. This is 100% truth. Anybody in O Block got something bad to say about me, they on the other side. Yeah, a lot of them might not like that I took it to the internet and I'm telling and I'm this, that, and other. But guess what? Y'all supposed to be real deal steppers. Y'all let that dude come take a picture in front of the mural. And y'all knew about this soon as I got back to Chicago who was behind this. What's taking
Hold on.
y'all?
Now that part he said he talking about Little Durk and them when they all went to the mural, whatever, with King Von in Chicago, that big wall where they got King Von there. We all remember that picture. We see Little Durk, all them niggas, DD, all them. He's trying to say Old Block already got the word. They already knew that it was like an 85 to 95% that Lil Durk had something with the. Basically trying to say Old Block already got the word and niggas already knew that King Von got backdoor. And he trying to say, man, them niggas should have handled that shit right then and there, man. Let's continue. This shit is getting crazy,
Anybody
man.
over there in O Block got something bad to say about me? I guarantee you they better watching. Anybody in O Block got something bad to say about me? Know this, they on the other side. This is a fact. This is a fact. There's no gray area to it. This is 100% truth. Anybody in O Block got something bad to say about me, they on the other side. Yeah, a lot of them might not like that I took it to the internet and I'm telling and I'm this, that, and other. But guess what? Y'all supposed to be real deal steppers. Y'all let that dude come take a picture in front of the mural. And y'all knew about this soon as I got back to Chicago who was behind this. What's taking y'all so long?
Hold on, freeze. You moving too fast, man. You just move too fast. First, I want to say, you just said, dude came to the mural, and I think I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about when all the guys took a picture in a group together, right?
Yeah, in front of the mural. Is you crazy? And y'all know that this dude is responsible? His brain should have been left right there. Stop for the lie. I hope I don't get in trouble for that, but that's what it is. That another, but guess what? When people die, this moves you up. So dude done been in jail. How many people done died? How many O Block chains done left? So this gonna move you up when you in that. This gonna move you up in that circle. These O Block chains, these is valuable bodies. So you never know where them hits came from. Yeah, dude them might have did it, but guess who sent them? We dude them probably really sent them because this the type of chess games that they playing. Let me explain. Let me
All right,
explain.
go
You don't
ahead,
have
go ahead.
you don't have to explain.
Right.
If you pay me, this is the blood man. This is what Islam says. And you got to make Toba with God. If you just want to pay me and give me 2 million for killing my nephew, then that's what you do. And you don't ask God for forgiveness, then that's on you. Islam says you have, or I could forgive you, but I'm not finna forgive you for killing my nephew for someone who was good and this, that, and other. I'm not gonna forgive you. Y'all got the bag. Y'all could have been dropped the bag off. Here, go on, go somewhere. You know what I mean? Go on, go somewhere. You know, nephew won. You know, you led him to Islam. You go on here, go somewhere. Here you go. And it's up to them to make Toba. This is repentance to God. God forgive everything.
See, my question to y'all, man, it sound like it's all about money. It sounds like they didn't get him his half of money. They sound like, but then in the other part of the clip, he's saying that if they would have gave him money at that time, which he didn't know what was going on. Now he's saying he didn't know what was going on in the beginning. And then he's saying later on, when a couple of years went by, I guess, because we gotta remember the shit was kind of like spooky for a couple of years with all the backdoor allegations and people, you know what I mean, set up King Von. So he's trying to say if they would have hushed up with the money with him in the beginning, which he was kind of clueless that allegedly OTF or Little Durk played a role on King Von getting backdoor for all the for backstory reasons, the money would have distracted him. And then he's trying to say if they would have fed him later on, I guess, you know, religion, belief, you know what I mean? You forgive this and that. And it's confusing to me. It's confusing. It's like, okay, Onk, I hear what you're saying, Onk. I hear what you're saying, Onk, but it's like, yo, did you really do this to save yourself? And the feds come knocking on your door in the beginning? And did you do this to save your son? Because you feel like if you're going to rap, you might as well talk about your nephew situation. And or did you did this for the bottom of your heart because you put shit together and you figure it out or something? Or you doing this for the money? Because them niggas ain't giving you half of money? What the F it is? That's what I'm trying to figure this shit out because I'm trying to puzzle what he's saying, but he's like bouncing all over the place too with it. Nigga ask him a question, yeah, you know, this and that, and you know, nah, man, my religion and this, you know, he always bring that religion, so that kind of bounce you off. He be like, ah, damn, is he doing this on the strength of his heart and the strength of his religion, what he believe in, or he doing this shit for the money that he didn't get fed on? Nigga got me confused. I'm like, yo, I'm over here scratching my head, like, yo, what the hell? Like, I'm trying to believe that this nigga puzzle this shit together later on, and then he just got some guilty conscience of it, meaning that he puzzled what happened to his nephew, King Von. That's what I'm starting to believe. I don't think the homie knew right in the beginning. I mean, I don't think he knew right in the beginning. I think later on he puzzled that shit together. Let's continue though, cause we ain't done, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This shit's confusing and it's spooky and it's nasty, man.
The blood money. This is what Islam say because this is a celebrity and y'all think I'm a nobody, but I'm connected to the higher power. Y'all ain't got to pay the blood money. Y'all been knowing about this. And she said it. She said it. She said I went and got the hard drive and gave it to who it belonged to. She said I gave it to Dirk.
Now, I want y'all to hear about the hard drive. Remember, they say Caleb B, King Von sister grabbed the hard drive, this and that, and all this, and 100K Track was trying to get his hands in it. Well, he said OTF Vonni, his son, played a big part of that shit. Peep this out.
The blood money. This is what Islam say because this is a celebrity and y'all think I'm a nobody, but I'm connected to the higher power. Y'all ain't got to pay the blood money. Y'all been knowing about this. And she said it. She said it. She said I went and got the hard drive and gave it to who it belonged to. She said I gave it to Dirk. She said it. It's on live when she's driving in her Range Rover. What are you talking about hard drive? She went in the bedroom. We don't know nothing about nothing. Me and his family don't know nothing about no music stuff. We don't know nothing about no music. She went right in the room, got the hard drive, and then went and got on live and said she gave the hard drive to Dirk. Or gave it to his people. She didn't say Dirk. She said she gave it to his people, and his people, which is my son. And then my son gave it to Dirk. And then I text my son. I told him, I said, make sure you put the hard drive. Don't give it to Track, because I thought he was gonna give it to Track. He texted me back, duh, like I ain't gonna give it to him. And the hard drive had over 3,000 songs on it. So that's why Dirk's mute. Dirk and Sarah like Von now. R. Kelly wrote Fortunate, but Maxwell sang it. R. Kelly wrote
Man,
Fortunate, but Maxwell sang it. So that's why he sounded like him. That man had over 3,000 songs. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this. Kayla, my niece. Kayla, my niece. It is what it is. She my niece. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what it's what it is. She my niece. You know what I mean? My son is the orchestrator. She just got baited in. She my niece. So you got to go to the person who was throwing the baits, and you got to go to the person that was paying, but who my son worked for. That's it. Bottom line. That's it. You know what I mean? But it's
I
all
ain't
good.
gonna lie, your son the jack of the jacks, man. He the jack of all trade. He done got every.
Man,
Hey, look,
listen, I call him.
if you would have got the money from Dirk and Bonnie, would you still be coming out? Would we ever heard of this back door from Vine?
No, I would be bogus because they paid the ransom. They paid the ransom. This is what Islam says. Know that.
He said he'll be clueless or bogus because they paid the ransom. You see what I mean when he trying to like when he throw you all over the place? You're like, God damn, this say this say a straight word, nigga. Yeah, they paid the ransom, and I'm like, what, nigga? Like what? Like he got me confused. But I think what he's trying to say, if they would have paid me or threw the money at me, it would have distracted me. I would have never put the puzzle together. Or did he know about the puzzle already? Did he know about the plan already? And they didn't feed him? See, that I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on this, man. Let's continue though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, but we ain't done.
The blood money. It's wrong for you to expose your brother. Whether they
Wait.
right or they wrong.
So you saying you would have swept it up? So you saying you would have turned a blind eye to it? You would have had to?
Listen. Even because I snapped from the beginning. My mother told me don't never let nobody know.
See, if Church's News asked him a good question. If they would have gave you the money, you would have just had a blind eye and just ignored it. What happened to your nephew, King Von, even if you knew it, even though you knew about it allegedly? But see, this one, he just like he goes all over the place. After mom always told me, nah, man, I'll be yakking this. Like, peep this out. That's why I'm gonna let y'all be the judge, because I'm like, bro, I'm confused as hell. Did you know this shit was did you knew this shit was gonna happen to your nephew at the beginning? Or did you find out later on and they didn't give you no hush hush money and you got mad? I don't know. Let's continue though.
It's wrong for you to expose your brother. Whether they right or they wrong.
So you saying you would have swept it up? So you saying you would have turned a blind eye to it? You would have had to?
Listen. Even because I snapped from the beginning. My mother told me don't never let nobody know what you thinking. I snapped from the beginning. So guess what? 6 months or a year after I didn't snap. Hey, Unc, where you at? Come on. Here, man. I'm finna come back out there. I'm finna take a video inside of rehab. Man, I was tripping and woo and then go shoot something down in 4K trade. All this to support the lie. You know what I mean? Because you got to cover your brother, whether he right or you wrong. You don't expose your brother's sins just like you don't want your sins exposed. Don't expose your brother. Islam say if you kill somebody, you can forgive them or give us your life or pay the family the blood money. So pay the family the blood money. They're to them and telling them. They know I know what's up. Nigga, you know dude took me with him. He ain't bet you he ain't tell you that. You know he took me with him. Because the only people that can testify, like I told my son, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You got me and Fats to testify on your behalf. They don't know about Von murder. They don't know about that. Why did you do it? You did it because of dude.
Okay, now they said when you said that you would testify with facts, is that at Durk trial?
Where if it's a new trial, and get over my pops, man. I'm finna drop the dime on Von so I can get freed up for this.
I don't think Unc reaching at all, man.
Reaching for what?
Unc said he been to 219 South Dearborn. That's the federal building, first of all. And then Unc just told you that I told them that I testify. What else y'all need to know before y'all know this shit real that Unc talking? Because Unc just said some shit that'll make you know, like,
I'll sit back. I'll sit back. I'll wait. I'll let y'all be the judge. You see, it sounds like they didn't give him no money. His religion tells him that you gotta forgive. So if they would have gave you the money, you would have forgive what they did to your nephew, King Von. Off on the strength of your religion. Ain't it a word they say that we've been hearing for since we was kids? Money rules the world. Money is everything. That's the thing that we always used to hear. That's a little term we used to always hear. Money rules the world. Meaning in all good terms, bad terms, okay terms, whatever you want to put the money in the category, whatever angle you want to put it in. Don't they say that shit rules? Give that person money. Hush, hush. They don't say nothing. Get that. You know what I mean? Don't they say money rules? So you saying that you would have forgave if they would have give you some money and you would have forgave the situation that they did to your nephew? I'm confused. I'm confused, man. It sounds like it's all a money scheme or something. Like it sounds like it's all a money problem. And they didn't give you the money before they all got cased up or some shit. Or the feds kept knocking on your door, got you all involved, and you end up flipping and telling the truth now. I don't know, Unc. You gotta let me know, Unc. Like you confusing everybody. Let's continue though with these last two clips with this interview. Shout out to Church's News. Smash this like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Share this video.
oh yeah, Unc real. Unc just said, goddamn, he wasn't to testify on this shit. He real.
Yeah, to
You know
get
what I'm
my
talking about? And then Unc telling you that they cut him out. If they wouldn't have cut him out the money, Unc wouldn't be on here today talking to me. He admit that. He said if they would have cut him in so he could finish handling the business for Von kids and a family, he wouldn't be up here. But since they ain't cut him in, hey, you say, hey, look, I just want to ask y'all this. It's a joke, but it's real. Have y'all ever seen Blue Streak? Y'all ever seen Blue Streak when Dave Chappelle said, I want my money, and he threw him against the wall? I'm telling. Officers came out there. Hey, that's plain and simple. Just think of Blue Streak. Go and watch it. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Dave Chappelle told Martin, I want my money and I want it now. He kept on telling the nigga, wait on the diamond. Hey, look, I got to find the diamond first. Dave Chappelle wasn't trying to hear that shit. Dave Chappelle said, I want my money. Hey, but
and fucked up and y'all robbed him and took everything and y'all ain't even the reason. I was the machine behind him. I'm the one that made sure he was good. I'm the one up late nights and making sure he got to Atlanta. I'm the one moved him down there. I'm the one moved him down there. Got money from a few people, from a few of the guys in the city, Chop and some more people to send him down to Atlanta. Please go stay with my son. I'm finna get ready to sell his house and do this. I'm gonna be okay. But shit, he came up before me. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? But I couldn't do that. I couldn't take it. And for me to start everything and y'all to just throw me out the window. And then especially once y'all to know I know everything, it really let me make sure I'm good. But like I said, what better
This is nasty. Let's continue with this clip, man. It's the last part of this.
time for somebody to do something to me now? Swipe, you got to put out that whole text message, man. You need to put out that whole text message. I don't know why you holding it back. Why you didn't release the whole text message, Swipe?
hey, nah, man said he went in the federal building, man. Like, what else? Who else gonna tell you this shit? I went in the federal building. I was gonna testify. Like, what else do you need to confirm that this man said?
Let me tell you what the black agent did that was sitting across the table from me. Once I told him everything, this, that, and other, I told him this is deeper than rap. He nodded his head. This is a black man. This is an African American man. Everybody else white. Everybody else white. I told him everything that I told him. I gave everything. I said this deeper than rap. You know what I mean? This is just deeper than that. And he just nodded his head. You know what I mean? Like the agents already know what's going on. Everybody is tied in. That's what I'm telling you. Everybody tied in. So I'm just spilling the beans to somebody that already know what's going on anyway.
So if you don't believe him now, then I don't know what's wrong, man. But he actually said that old Block Louis was on a bus with a headshot, man, going to get his medicine. And one of the guys had to get him off the bus and take him, man. Say they wouldn't even pay $1,400 for a funeral, man. Y'all kids, y'all better get out the streets, man. I ain't telling you.
Kids better get out them streets. But anyway, before I get out of here, what y'all think? Y'all think it's all obviously they saying that he's saying that they didn't pay him. He would have forgave them the money. He would have used it to take care of our family, this and that. I mean, the kids on the strength of that. I mean, the religion that he believe in. This according to OTF Vonni dad. But it's this all this shit is a mess. It's like, okay, nigga, if they your religion ain't tell you to tell the truth, the real story in the beginning. Your religion ain't tell you to tell the truth in the beginning. Your religion ain't had you feeling guilty conscious sitting in that bed. F the money of what they did allegedly to your nephew King Von backdoored him. Your religion ain't tell you to do the right thing in the beginning of that situation, but your religion tell you to forgive. So you didn't receive the money, but if you did, if you would have received the money, now I'm only saying allegedly if you knew this whole shit was going to be planned in the beginning, because I'm trying to understand you. I really am. I'm trying to be like, okay, maybe he didn't understand that at the beginning, but then later on he puzzled that shit together, and he screamed on them niggas, and they just looked at him like it was crazy, and they didn't give him no money to distract them. And I mean, like, yo, Hunts, take that 10,000, man. You bugging, man. I mean, that's what he's trying to say, because money rules. Money could distract your mind. Money could distract a lot of things. Even if you got something puzzled together and you going to them niggas and you screaming on them niggas, feeling like they had something to do for your nephew getting unalive, he's trying to say what I'm thinking of. They didn't even give him no money to hush him up. They took him as a joke, basically, is what he's trying to say. And that's where we at now. That's where we at now. They took him as a joke, thinking he wasn't gonna speak after or before he knew this shit. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. And that's where we at now with this situation. Money is a lot, boy. I tell you, man, right? But I'm up out of here. On to the next video. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Told y'all to buckle up. We was gonna be here for a while. Happy birthday to King Von once again. Once again, my condolences to his family and his kids, man. Rest in peace to that man, because this shit is nasty and it's about to get more spooky. On to the next video. We up out of here, man. I want to hear y'all on comment, hear y'all smoke. It's your boy Smoke News TV, man. If they know, they know. Salute, gang. I'm out of here, man.